So what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Robert. This is your first time tuning in. So we're going to be going live on the phone. Then we're going to be going on the GoPro for you guys. So we're here at Lake Corpus Christi. We're going to see what the water looks like. So I'll just turn the camera around and we'll walk down to see where we can find the water at. So for those guys who are on the live, this used to be all water, the riverbed here. How's it going? So this used to be all water, and at one point, but now it's no longer water, obviously. The whole boat ramp we used to launch was right in there. Then you would drive back in, and this little deep part right here is where the boats used to launch, all up in this area. Now, obviously, as you can tell, gone. But what's going on? How's it going, guys? Yes, sir. Hope you all are doing well. Yeah, this all used to be water down in here. And then back whenever, so the house we lived in was over there on that side. And this little water part, it was usually pretty much full. It would fluctuate between like 80% full, 70% full. But this is the lowest I've seen it so far. So we'll walk down in here. Again, all this was water. How's it going, guys? So we do have a GoPro going, and then we are live as well. So those of you guys on the GoPro will be watching the video later. So we'll walk down, see if we can't find the water. It's gonna be a long walk. Just make sure it's not too soft. But as you can tell, all this was water at one point. All of this in here was all water, all the way down there as well. You can kind of tell where the water used to be too. At the water level on that pier, you had about 10, maybe 12 feet of water or so down in here. What's going on, guys? How's it going? So we're walking on the lake bed of the lake right now, and we're gonna see if we can go find the water. The last time I came out here, the water was actually right here. The last time I was here, the water was right here, to these little stumps. We still had water. And back when I actually had the house here, and we'll walk down to the house here in a little bit, and I'll show you guys the house. But yeah. What's going on? We are live checking out the lake bed. Again, we're sitting in about, now we're getting to about maybe 15 feet of water is where we would be under. And we're going to keep going down as far as we can go before it gets too soft. But this is all lake bed here. Trying to read, I'll read your guys' comments right now. Rude Martinez, what's going on, brother? Hope everything's going well. So we're gonna see if we can go find the water. Again, all this is lake bed. We have a video going and we have a live stream going. Starting to soften up a little bit, but not too bad yet. It looks like there's a lot of animal tracks in here too. Looks like the deer have been using this kind of trail right in here. But we are on Lake Corpus Christi, and it's getting softer though. That's the only thing I can tell you, is it is getting softer. We'll see how far we can keep going. I'm probably going to slow down my pace and keep walking, but just slowly, and then probably follow the animal tracks because I don't want to fall in this mud either. but we'll keep going as long as we can. Jeremy Martin, be safe. Yes, sir. Trying to be safe. Yeah, because the last time I did this, oh yeah, it's really soft. So maybe we'll walk around on the edge. We're gonna go ahead and, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's pretty soft. There's a little bit of moisture down in there. I'm gonna walk around on the edge over here and get out of here. It's actually pretty soft. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here and then walk on the edge. It's a lot softer than it looks. So let me just get myself out of here because it's softening up quite a bit. So I think here we're safe. Okay. This is making me a little bit nervous, not gonna lie. It is making me a little bit nervous. So now we're gonna go find the water. And you guys probably can't see it on camera, but there's a ton of gnats out here right now. They're just tearing my face up. A bunch of gnats. Yeah, all of this used to be water. This is my first time ever exploring this area because I could never, the whole time I was here, I could never, do this, obviously, because I always had water. But yeah, this was a good little area right in here. A good little area to fish. And I think we see the water over there. So it's actually quite a ways. It's about maybe 300 yards from where I parked the truck at the boat ramp down here to the water. About 300 yards. So it's quite a ways. And even then, it doesn't look very deep. It looks like a lot of people have been driving through here too, though. Yeah, I see a bunch of tracks in here. It was really soft when we were walking over there, about almost 100 yards back, so I can only imagine what this is like right now. Oh, look, there's a hawk over there. Probably found some fish or something. But yeah, it was soft over there, so I can only imagine what this green area is. You'd definitely sink if you try to walk over that. But yeah, Lake Corpus Christi. Lake Corpus Christi is where we're at, checking out the water conditions here. I believe this lake's at 10% full. It might have dropped by 8. The last I checked was about a week ago. It was at 10% full. I mean, it might have dropped to 9% full. The last I checked was at 10. That was about a week ago. It gets really sandy over here, though. Very, very sandy. We'll see what the water looks like over here. It looks like it's separated out by a little island over there. I can almost guarantee you if you walk through this stuff right in here, you're probably gonna fall in there. Looks like a lot of people already figured that out. Trying to drive through all of that. Wow. This is the most recent. Last time we did this video, we did not have to walk this far. We added another about 200 yards to our walk, more or less. So the water's gone receded about another 200 yards. Wow, look at that. Super, super soft though. Super soft sand. It almost looks like a beach now. Wow. Look at these big old trees. Wow. This is what it looks like. Literally islands popping up everywhere. Islands everywhere. Just little canals now connect the water. So we can try to walk around to this tree. Hello from Corpus. How's it going? BBQ, hello from Corpus. How's it going, man? We're here from Lake Corpus Christi, checking out the drought conditions, the water conditions of the lake. This is crazy. So the house, my house was, I cannot see it from here, but it's in that direction. But I've never been able to see this much island exposed. And as I was driving over here, it basically looks like this. The entire lake is just divided by little islands. That's pretty much what it looks like. Because uphill, where the house is at, you can kind of see more of the lake. And I could see over the lake, and it was just basically a bunch of islands composing the lake pretty much. This is a big old tree right here. Looks like it was submerged at one point, because I don't remember seeing these trees. And look at how it's formed. So it was probably submerged at some point. Back there we had about 15 feet of water, and right here we're probably at about 15 feet. So it was likely underwater for a long time. I'm sure the water does fluctuate too. This lake did fluctuate a lot when I was out here all the time. Looks like Choke Canyon, almost empty. Marley, yeah, it almost does look like Choke. Sapo BBQ, almost empty. Yep, almost empty, man, almost empty. This is Lake Corpus Christi. We're gonna go to Choke on our way back, but right now we're here at Lake Corpus Christi. Now for sure all this stuff was submerged. It looks pretty freshly out of the water. The trees still have a lot of moisture in there, but I mean, wow. And we're gonna go check out another spot after this too. We're gonna go check out the old bridges, so we'll go see what those look like too, and we'll see if we can find any arrowheads. Wow, this is crazy. Literally looks like a little creek running through here. It's pretty much what it looks like. Wow. Got a bunch of trash and debris and all kinds of stuff. It's pretty soft though, that's the only thing, is all this stuff is soft. Let's walk up here. It's really, really soft down there. This looks good, it's all sand. But this stuff was all underwater at some point. It's like we're living in a nightmare. Yeah, crazy. Jesse, what are you catching? I'm actually not fishing today. I just came out here to make some videos for you guys with the GoPro here, and then on the live stream for those of you guys who are tuning in live. Kind of cure my curiosity and y'all's as well. A lot of people requested to come look at the Nueces River and Lake Corpus Christi, so here I am. But yeah, it's just wild. It looks like something out of, like, I don't even know, like a movie. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Walking through all that stuff that was once underwater. It's fascinating. Sad, but fascinating. I mean, look at everyone's docks. Their dock probably had about 15 feet of water underneath it, and it's completely out of water. They're in on a deep bend. You can tell it's a deep bend right in there. Look at the retaining wall. It has marks on the retaining wall too, where the water used to be. Yeah, so this probably is part of the main channel. It looks the best out of everything that I've seen so far. So it's probably one of the main channels for the lake, is what it looks like to me. Yeah, because it looks the best. All the other stuff looks like not very deep and there's a bunch of sticks. This one's a little bit more cleared out. I haven't seen any alligators yet though, but I have seen some trout lines and stuff like that. People are definitely still fishing them. For sure. People are still fishing it. And there's a bunch of gnats. You guys cannot see this on camera, but these gnats are freaking tearing me up. We're gonna walk up here. It's a little slippery down there. I mean, these are all old tie-offs. Bunch of tires submerged. That tire's almost fully submerged there. Boat chairs. See what other kind of cool stuff we can find. Wow. I've never been on this side of the lake, especially on foot like this. Wow. Super crazy. It's literally just like the main channel. That's literally what it looks like. And then from the house, I could always see those windmills over there. Man, that's crazy. Take care. I'm a new subscriber, just shared. Hey, appreciate that, man. Thank you, thank you. Smokey, how far of a walk is it to where you parked to where you're at now? It's about 300, 400 yards now. We've walked an extra 100 since we ran into the water. So it's about 400 yards to this spot right here. It's about 300 yards from the truck to finding water. But if you wanted to like fish it, yeah, you'd have to walk about 400 yards to fish this area. This looks like it might be a good area for some white bass. But I didn't even bring my stuff with me because I was like, I don't think I'll have enough time to check out the Nueces, this lake, and then go back to Choke to check out Choke to give another report on Choke. So I didn't bring anything with me, but I'm going to try to do it next week and maybe make some fishing videos of some white bass being caught, hopefully. But yeah, it's crazy because this looks like it might be a good area for some white bass. I appreciate the sub, BBQ. Sapo BBQ, appreciate the sub. Smokey, yeah, it's a long walk. I'll go ahead and walk back and show you guys. We're gonna go check out another part of the lake after this live, so stay tuned. I'm gonna go show you guys the old bridge. That's the bridge that used to connect the other city across the creek at that time, and that thing is finally coming out of the water. So we're gonna head back that way, and I'll go live again here in about, oh man, that was soft. That was really soft mud. We're gonna go live again here in about 30 to 45 minutes or so by the time I walk back and drive over there. But I'll show you guys what it looks like on the walk back. And then we'll end the live after that. Yeah, sure does look like it, yep. Yes, thank you, BBQ. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's a long walk. I'm gonna go ahead and walk back so that way you guys can see this. But walking through all this stuff right here looks like a movie. Looks like you're in some kind of like crazy Jurassic freaking movie with all these dead trees that have been submerged for so long. Yeah, I need to walk a little higher. It's still soft down in there. But a lot of these, I mean, you can tell. Look at the trees themselves. Look at where the water used to be. The striations on the trees, like all those lines from that moisture. And you can kind of tell where it used to be at. That water line up there, which is another about 10 to 12 feet above my head. So there's a baby fishing rod right there that just became exposed. So you're looking at about 20 feet of water all in this area. Again, I've never seen this stuff. The last time we came out here, you still couldn't walk here. This was still had about 6 feet, 8 feet of water. Just a few, what was it, weeks ago? No, not even weeks ago, months ago. A few months ago, the last time we did a video, you couldn't even walk over here. It still had a couple feet of water. But now you can actually make your way all the way around what I think is the main channel for the lake. And the house is that direction. I can't see it from here, but the house is in that direction. And I could always see over here from the house because it sits on a hill. But yeah, it was just full of water. Never could see none of this stuff. Randy, careful with those trees and tires. African bees live in them. I'm sure a bunch of stuff lives in them, but yeah, I definitely will be careful for sure. Smokey, be careful with the zombie. It's Coy's voice. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, look at this stuff. Just looks like something out of a movie. All these dead trees, because they've been carved out and shaped by the water in some form or fashion. They've been underwater for so long, so they look different. They look different than just regular trees that dry out. These have had water around them for years. And I don't know the date this lake was impounded. I'll have to Google that, but these trees are likely underwater since then. Maybe have some fluctuations with the water, maybe exposing the tips of the trees, things like that. But now they're fully out of water. This was probably all ranch land at one point until they made it a lake, which is longer than I've been alive for sure. This tree's interesting, has a big old base on it, big old root tree base. Let's see, shouldn't be too soft, but we'll go ahead and walk around it real quick. But yeah, it's super crazy. But yeah, I just wanted to give everyone a quick update on this lake. It looks really bad, honestly. If you guys ever come out here, there's a Vista Road. From Vista Road, you can check out you can see the whole length of the lake for the most part, at least on this side of the lake. You can see it all from that road because it goes over a hill. And so you get a good representation of what it looks like from a bird's eye view, kind of, sort of. And you can see that the lake is just made up of tiny little islands now and a lot of mud holes. And this is probably the best that I've found so far. We're gonna go check out the other area right now that I was talking about and see what that looks like. That area is a little bit opened up, so I don't know what it's gonna look like. I haven't been out there in months, but hopefully it has some water. If not, we'll walk to the water and show you guys. And then this is what it looks like over here. This is the walk that I took to get over here. So this is where the water starts right here. This is where the water starts. And this used to be like the little canal, the little channel that all the boats would use to go to the boat ramp. So obviously you can't even launch a boat in there. You'd have to drag a boat or a kayak 300 yards just to get to this. And even then you'd have to launch it over here, because if you try walking over here, good luck. But yeah, this is what it looks like walking back. I'll get around this bend and then I'll show you guys. It looks like people have been bringing a four-wheeler or something down in here. There's tire tracks. Man, these gnats are just driving me crazy. So wild. Yeah, all of this stuff was water. You could not walk back in here Even the last time I made the video, you could have walked back in here. There was still water all in here. Probably a few feet, maybe 5 feet, 6 feet of water all in here. A few months ago when I came out here, there was still about 5 or 6 feet of water all in here. And then now it's dry, completely dry. So we're gonna keep walking and I'll show you the boat ramp. And I'm walking pretty fast. I'm a pretty fast walker. We'll walk over there so you guys can see the distance it takes just to get there. Well, will a good summer thunderstorm fill it up? Probably not. It's going to take a lot more than a summer thunderstorm, in my opinion, to fill this thing up. It's going to take a flood of like 97. At least that's the one I most remember. Again, I was a kid, but that's the one I most remember. But it's going to take something like that to fill this lake up again. It's at, I believe, 10% full. It might have dropped to about 9 now, but that's a lot of water to bring into this lake, and it's going to take a devastating amount of rain to bring it up to where it should be. Now, I sold my house on the lake, on this lake, back in 2021 or 22. At that time, the lake was already dropping. It was around 80% full, 77, 88%, somewhere in there, full. Still had water below the dock. And then now, fast forward 2 or 3 years, it's almost completely dry. So, narrowly escaped a dry boat dock. But yeah, this is where we tried to walk earlier when I started the live. This is where I was walking and I was sinking a little bit, so I got out of there and came over here. Eco bar, a good reminder that we're hurting our water resources. Got your bad. Yeah, for real, man. We really are. And this lake is actually the water that's supplied to the city of Corpus Christi. And from what I hear from a lot of people, a lot of you guys actually, you guys are the ones that keep me informed on a lot of stuff that you just can't find anywhere else. You guys give me a lot of information, and a lot of you guys are mentioning that there's a lot of development going on in Corpus Christi, which is where the water comes from here to provide water to the city of Corpus Christi. And all that development is just being pulled from this lake and then also upstream from Choke. So combination of those two, and then now you get this situation where there's almost no water left. And I know that the city of Corpus Christi just passed a new bill to start a desalination plant. So they're getting scared of running out of water for sure, because they wouldn't do that if they weren't worried about running out of water for sure. Because desalination plants are really, really expensive to do. William, is the water evaporating or being used for irrigation? I believe it's being used to feed the town, or to give water to the town of Corpus Christi, or the city of Corpus Christi, from my understanding. Escobar, a good reminder that we're hurting. Yes, for sure. Let's keep on walking. So yeah, this is the walk just to get back to the truck, guys. Like, it feels like we've been walking for a while. And we'll go look at this dock real quick so I can show you guys what the water was here in this area. And just out of respect for everyone else's private property, I'm not going to go actually to the dock itself. We'll do it just from a distance. I don't want to disrespect somebody's stuff or anything, so you know how people get these days. So we're just going to do it from here from a distance. But yeah, it's about, my guess, from those first poles, about 12 12, maybe between 11 and 13 feet of water is what they used to have down there. At least consistently, going by those lines on the on those poles. And here we are back at the boat ramp, back in here. See, yeah, it's crazy. So here we go, back to the boat ramp. And this was like a little, this one kept water for a little longer because it's like a little ditch. It's just so basically people's propellers would not get stuck in the mud or anything. But yeah, this is it. Now we're gonna go to the other side of the lake, further down, and continue on. But yeah, we'll go ahead and talk to you guys. See you guys if you guys are gonna be coming back on the live. It'll be live here in about 40 minutes, 45 minutes or so. But yeah, without further ado, be careful, be good, take care, God bless, guys. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.